Are you already screen recording?
Yeah, I'm screen recording.
Alright, cool. Wait,
yeah. Yeah, I got it there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cedar Squared podcast. I'm your host, Zach, and with me, as always, is Josh and Steve.
What's up?
Hey.
And joining with us today is our special guest and best friend, Mando.
Hey, what's up?
My best friend. Someone's getting a phone call.
Who's getting a phone call?
I'm getting a phone call.
Steve.
Wow.
No, hold up. Go and take it. If you take it.
Yeah, go for it. Me too.
What's up? What's up?
We'll cut that. We'll
But
cut the
anyway.
introduction.
No, let live.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I guess like sensitive.
Wow,
if it's something
authentic.
sensitive.
Yeah, it might be something sensitive.
Yeah, probably.
What is it?
But anywho,
Oh, shit.
You
me
know.
and Josh had a great afternoon.
Yeah, I played some Apex, huh?
Yeah, we played some
Oh,
Apex.
okay.
I like it now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we almost won once.
Okay.
Maybe.
You know what?
We got like 5th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really
New
did.
record.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah.
I mean, what's important is we're having fun. I should
Oh, I'm
probably
having
play video.
Yeah, I just enjoy spending time with you, Zach.
Yeah, that's true. Huh? Let me mute this because I don't feel like listening. To
Really?
Boom. Yeah, I mean, I know we're gonna get into this later. I already could tell, but I think it finally clicked yesterday.
What?
Apex.
It clicked?
It clicked, and it
Yeah.
literally clicked. 'Cause
Yeah.
I played on PC,
Mm-hmm.
and I think
Mm-hmm.
shooters in general, but Apex especially feels like night and day for me on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what, too? I think you get an uncapped frame rate, right? And then, especially you have all that time on PC. You know, you don't like controllers, as far as I know, unless you're playing a fighting game.
Yeah, which is totally different, you know.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. So.
But who's your favorite character so far?
I mean, I don't have all the other guys. I only have like the base. Was it 7 of them?
Something
Something like that. It's like the beginning people. I like Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, yes.
I like Bloodhound.
They're pretty good.
And then I also like. I kind of like. What's his name? Pathfinder.
Right.
Pathfinder.
The icon. The front face of
Yeah.
Apex, honestly.
Really? That's what you think?
I think so. I think he's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely the main character in my game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They make it. Well, I mean, you were playing a lot when we were playing today, so I mean,
he's
I
fun.
can tell you gravitate maybe towards that.
He's grappling. Hey, Steve.
Hey,
welcome back.
Welcome back. Long time no see.
What are we talking
Happy
about?
weekend.
We're
As
just-
usual.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to more later. I just want to let's hear about Mando though.
Yeah. What are
Who
you?
are you? Who is Mando?
That guy.
Who is this guy on the screen?
Yeah, I'm just a friend.
We're just friends.
We're just friends. Yeah,
We're just
we're all
friends.
just good friends.
Yes.
I like
Send
to
a
game.
boundary.
I will get into Apex now that I have a group to join with, because I didn't before, so
Wow.
I will happily hop on now.
And who is this group? Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, we've not made any commitment to.
We have not, no, but
For the record, let the record show.
yeah. I'll keep playing Call of Duty. I'm enjoying it.
No, I'm totally kidding. But yeah, you should play Apex with us.
Yeah, I'll play Apex.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you could try with me and play on like lower level.
Yeah, no, I'm not terrible yet.
And then when we're ready, we can play with these
No,
guys.
yeah. But no, I'll start playing. It'll be fun to play new again.
What else are you playing?
I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise.
Right, it just came out, huh?
And then
Good game.
Ubisoft's Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Really? How do you like that?
I quite enjoy it. You're kind of overpowered a little much, but like you can just, I don't know, I just love running around and just like kill monsters. It's pretty fun though. I didn't really care for it at first because it didn't look great, but once you start playing it and like get more into the story, it takes off. The commentary is pretty good from like the characters that are in it, and the gameplay reminds me very much of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. It seems like it draws from it a lot, even in the art style.
Yeah. And like, there's a lot of side quests, a lot of things you can do.
It looks cool. I mean,
yeah, quite a bit of customization, which is nice. One thing that I find very interesting is so you can use say a certain piece of equipment has a certain skill set, but you don't like the way it looks. You can change what it looks like, but still have that skill set for that piece of equipment, which is nice because some of them look really ugly, but they have like a good skill set.
Cosmetic.
Yeah.
More than anything. That's dope. But how long have you been playing that?
I think I got like 12 hours into it.
12 hours.
Yeah. I like
Do you think it's a long game or is it?
Or
is it?
It's a decent. Like it's got a lot of the mini games and puzzles, so it can take a little while for certain aspects of the game. Right now I'm stuck on a puzzle, but it's overall like I think you can finish it in probably like 24 hours. You just kind of go straight through.
Yeah, I'm sure it depends on how you play.
Yeah. I like to do all the mini games and like kind of learn a little bit about the lore. But I've been having fun playing it.
It looks like Greek.
Yeah. So you you wash up on a beach and then like Zeus and then I think it's Prometheus. They pretty much just talk to you the whole time and they're like commentating on what you're doing. And one guy's like taking over the world and so you pretty much start as nothing. And you have like no powers and as you keep playing you level up. Get a lot of cool powers. You get wings, a horse that pops up whenever. You can talk to it. Yeah, I think that's the God of War. I don't remember his name.
The chicken?
Yeah, the chicken. Yeah,
the chicken's the God.
Yeah, he's the God of War. It's a little spoiler. He's got in the story. He's changed. They changed him. But
I mean,
there's a lot of story. I'm still doing, like I said, I'm doing a lot of the puzzles and exploring the map.
Okay. I mean, it looks cool. It looks like, in my opinion, it looks like a busier Zelda.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, it very much so. I feel like there's a lot more enemies.
Yeah,
a lot more wildlife that come out of nowhere.
Plus, like the HUD in general, like just like all the items and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's pretty spot on. So it's very much copy paste, but they did really well with it.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
You could play it.
Yeah.
On something other than a Switch. So I think that's like the.
Yeah, so I have it on PS4 and it looks pretty. It's way better than the Switch. I'll tell you that.
It's a good formula.
Yeah, that's true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, that's what you're playing, right? What kind of a gamer are you?
What do you like to play?
Yeah,
what's your like to play?
Like you can say genre, you can say everything. It's up to you.
I kind of like to play everything. Just kind of what I'm in the mood for at the time. I re-downloaded Doom Eternal because I need to play that again. That was really fun. So
DLC just came out.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I played it. That's probably like one of the best games of last year too.
Yeah, well,
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's my first Doom game.
Yeah.
Wow.
First Doom in general, like
I played one, but I only played like a few minutes of it. I didn't care for it when I was younger. And now that I'm older, like it's very much. I enjoy the fast-paced actions and gameplay of it.
Okay.
What was your first Doom game?
Doom 64.
64?
Doom 64, right? There's a Doom 64.
Yeah. It was on 64.
Yeah.
Now it's on like everything.
Yeah, I've only played like the 2D one.
Oh,
I've never really played it like
2016 is a good place to start.
I mean it's a reboot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it on Game Pass.
I think all Doom is now. Right?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Acquisition.
Bethesda.
I didn't know Bethesda owned rights to like all the Dooms.
It's pretty crazy what Microsoft is trying to pull right now. Are we talking about that later?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But so Doom 64 was your first. Shout out G-Man Lives. What is this? Oh, it's like a review. Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you see what that was?
No, I didn't even see.
Resident Evil 2.
Oh,
like, the OG.
Is that it?
It was.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, that's
this is
it.
R2.
Oh, I was like, this is R2.
Shut up.
I don't remember that.
So you kind of play a little bit of everything though.
Yeah.
I would say.
Overall, I try to stay balanced. I like to. I've noticed when I play different games and then go back to like something I really like. I feel like I've kind of reevaluate my skills on how I play it. And I feel like I've gotten better at gaming because of that.
Yeah. Do you kind of see it as more as like an outlet for you? Or like a hobby?
Yeah, very much. It's very much a hobby. Yeah. I enjoy it very much.
And do you think you play regularly, or is it like a?
Right now, my hours been a little down, but this past week I'm starting to get them back up, and I'm trying to play regularly at night now for at least 3-4 hours.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's
get
pretty
some time
good.
in. It's hard, but if I can get it in.
Yeah, today you brought the Oculus.
Oh yeah, Oculus. I forget my new toy. Oculus Quest 2. Not the biggest fan of the Facebook on it, but overall, for it being just a standalone headset, it's really nice. I enjoy it.
It's pretty nuts.
And is that your first exposure to VR?
No.
Or like
I played VR before.
I
don't remember the system.
Yeah. We played
PS4?
Vive. No, we played the HTC Vive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At one of my friends' houses. Yeah.
So that was my first experience in VR, actual good VR, I would say. So getting the Oculus Quest 2 this past year for Christmas it's been great. I really enjoy it.
Do you watch movies on there too? Or are you able?
Yeah, you can watch movies. The first time I got it, I streamed Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix and Hulu are on there.
I don't think Hulu's on there, but I know Netflix is. And the app isn't great. And then they have like free movies. Like there's free areas. It's like an app in the game where you can go hang out with people in Oculus. It's on free movies.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's cool.
All the stuff they have into it. And they keep adding games like consistently, so in my pocket, it's just been a giant hole.
Hey, no, that's fine. Anyway, segueing a little bit, we'll talk a little bit about what we've been up to. Since Mando kind of explained what he's been up to the past week or two. What have you guys been up to? Who wants to start?
Steve, you go.
Oh, you want me to start? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So, I know Josh has been texting me to buy Resident Evil 2, and I finally did.
Good. It's constantly on sale, too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It said it was
like... Master shills again.
Yeah, because it went off sale, and I guess it just literally went on sale again like that same day or like the day after. But yeah, I've been playing through Resident Evil 2 right now, and I am actually really liking it. It's really fun.
Who are you first?
Right now, I started with Leon.
Okay. How far are you? Sorry, we don't, not to spoil anything.
Yeah, not to spoil anything. I mean, I'm trying to... Because I was literally playing last night, but I was falling asleep because it was really late.
It'd be like that.
Trying to remember what was the last thing I did. After I had just... what was the chick's name? The one with the coat.
Claire?
Ada.
Coat.
Yeah, the trench coat.
Yeah.
Ada had just ran over Dr. Manhattan looking dude.
Dr. Manhattan. He's talking about Mr. X.
Who's Dr. Manhattan?
The blue looking dude.
From Watchmen?
Yeah, from Watchmen.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
She hit him with the Brinks truck, huh?
Yeah, with the SWAT truck. Yeah.
I know where you are.
Halfway through the Leon part.
Yeah.
I would say roughly.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It I keep forgetting because it's like obviously there's a lot of puzzles in it, and then I keep forgetting that it is a horror game, and then obviously like Dr. Manhattan looking dude, he just like pops up out of nowhere and scares the fuck out of you.
He's pretty crazy, huh? He's pretty good in this game.
The footsteps.
Yeah.
So this is your first
my first
traditional Resident Evil experience in a sense, huh?
Yeah.
You played 6, right?
Well, yeah, I played a little bit of 5 with Josh. We were going through the co-op, but we never continued that.
That's right.
That's fine. We did 6 definitely, and but no, I played Resident Evil 4 on GameCube.
Okay.
So I never completed it all the way through. But it was a good game. But that was Resident Evil 4 was my breakthrough. My entry to the game.
Yeah, but I feel like 1 through 3 are very different in the sense there's a lot of puzzles. Puzzle prioritizes
That
combat.
action,
Yeah, 4 is kind of opposite.
I would argue that Code Veronica is in that group too.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4 is a little bit more action oriented for sure. But that was the point where it started to deviate,
Yeah. Had to evolve.
Yeah, but these remakes have really blended it together really well.
Yeah.
This puzzle we just saw right now.
Yeah.
I literally had the statue hand and the book in my inventory because I didn't know they were supposed to put it together.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's funny too because playing the original, you kind of already know some of the puzzles or where they're gonna lead to.
Yeah.
You know that you need that jewel, so you know you need to examine that. Did you not? You
No, that was self-explanatory.
Yeah.
And with the box and everything.
Yeah.
Actually, I found the box before I found this, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Such a good game. Such a good
Yeah.
It is a good game.
So I actually haven't seen. So what does the original RE2 look like?
Oh yeah, we should look at that.
Because it's completely different, right?
Yeah. It's a fixed camera angle.
Yeah.
It's
Pre-rendered
it's a
backgrounds.
PS1 era, so
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely not the same kind of vibe. So I can see why they remade it with the RE4 style.
Look at
Oh wow, yeah.
I really like Leon's costume though. In the RE2 original, I like how he's wearing sneakers. Like
Yeah.
he's like on top he's a cop, but on bottom he's like a sneakerhead. It's kind of funny because it's like that's not what a cop should be wearing.
He's ready to run.
He is running. Yeah, that is true. So yeah, it's completely overhauled. I mean, you still have item management, and you're still like in the beginning collecting stuff. It deviates a little bit here and there with some of the enemies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not missing anything, really.
Mr. X is still just as scary, to be honest.
I feel like Mr. X is a little more scary in the remake because I think the original, what I've like seen and played, he's more scripted.
Yeah, the encounters are scripted for sure, yeah. But the first time through, it is pretty scary. But the randomness of 2 remake, I understand. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the AI of him, like always on the hunt for you, is always like my favorite part about that game. Was like you'd have to rush yourself a little bit, which it keeps the pace up. Because I think a puzzle game can like really slow you down, like momentum wise, and can be like, oh man, this is kind of boring. I'm tired. While Mr. X kind of livens things up with the zombies included. But so you're liking?
I'm definitely liking it, and you're right. I was talking about the rushing part, because it was the part where obviously that guy's chasing you throughout the station, right? And I had just found the final electronic part for the jail to get the key card.
Oh, you're pretty far.
Yeah. And you know how like when you're running through the parking garage, it's like all the dogs. Like I just skipped all those. Like I'm zero.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That is fair.
That is fair. Those dogs
I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm just gonna go to the
serpentining.
Yeah.
Especially if you're low on ammo and stuff.
Yeah, and one like tried to jump at me, and then I stepped back, and I totally completely dodged it and just went forward. It was nice. It was cool. But it's fun. I'm really liking it so far, and I'm actually looking forward to
3?
Claire's.
Oh, Claire's.
I haven't done hers. Yeah.
Yeah, and Claire B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you gotta play it the other way.
If you
Like start hers first, and then.
Yeah.
It's different.
Is it really different?
Yeah.
Oh dang!
It's not really different, but it's
like
different enough.
It begins and ends differently. The movie is pretty much the same, but it begins and ends differently.
Yeah.
And some of the puzzles are different, I believe. Like you get access to certain keys. Yeah.
The B scenario has different keys, but I'm glad you're playing it.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Resident
fun.
2 is really good. The remake really did a lot for Resident Evil franchise. I think.
Yeah.
I think people like 7 was like it was good, but I don't think it made, in my personal opinion, like people I talked to weren't like playing Resident Evil. So.
Yeah, it didn't like bring people back. The same way that like
it felt in my sense because I did play Resident Evil 7 for the stream or for the channel.
You did.
And you can check that out.
Yeah, I mean, even just playing a little because of the dabbling in the other game before, I did feel like 7 just felt so out of place. Like it didn't really feel like a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
And then, no, go for it.
What? Especially after 6.
Especially
after 6.
But I think that's why they did it, because 6 was like such a big
Just like
action movie. I got the Fast and Furious treatment.
they really did.
Wasn't this about zombies and puzzles? And you have like Leon like rolling around on the ground with his gun, and you got like Ada Wong jumping through windows doing backflips.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty.
So it's definitely, it grounded the experience, and I hope 8 is like a good mix, like Resident Evil 4 was or something.
Yeah, I like the creatures in it so far. You know,
Yeah.
better than the molded.
The molded were kind of lame.
Mm.
They look low effort, but
Yeah.
I get how they tied it with the plot or whatever, but So what else? That's all you've been pretty much up to? Resident Evil 2?
Yeah, I mean, with working on, I've been working a lot, so really what I have time for is just Resident Evil. And when I do play other games, it's probably Apex.
Hey.
You know, but we don't want to make this to an Apex stream.
That's not an Apex. We're not sponsored.
We might as well.
Sorry, EA. We do not take your money, EA.
But if you give it to us.
But
Yeah. So,
okay, moving on.
I've been playing, finally, Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you know what? I don't know why I didn't try this game sooner. But, you know, actually, I do know why. I didn't want to pay for it, you know? But, it came to PS Plus for free for March last month. And it's like, why not? You know, so I downloaded that, started playing it, and I'm like, I'm pretty hooked on it. So, besides working and besides Apex and whatever else I do, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's solid combat. I appreciate the way that they're making that transition from like the traditional RPG turn-based system to more of a like dynamic, like you're actually doing something most of the time. And it has like the turn-based system if you want it, right? Like you can, I believe so. It's like the classic mode or whatever.
but it also puts on easy too.
Yeah, and that's
which is like the downside of it.
Yeah. But it's been a good game so far. I'm not too far deep into it yet. But the story's been great. What was I gonna say? The upgrade system, like the skill trees and everything, are pretty well thought out. Like you can level up each of your weapons and kind of build your own build on each character, and like you can have them switch weapons and armor, and you can change up your party to do whatever you need them to do. I don't know. You guys have played it, right?
Yeah, I think me and Mando both have.
Yeah, I haven't finished it, but I have played it. I got pretty far.
Yeah.
I never played the original, but you know what? I'm one of the rare people that played Crisis Core, I think.
That game sucks.
No. I loved it. I loved Crisis Core.
You like the gameplay? You like the slots?
I like the characters.
See, I like the story. The story's fine. Gameplay is not fun. And there's some like, remember when he goes on like vacation?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. They just put some stuff in that, man.
He used an umbrella, I think.
He did.
It was a fine game, okay?
It was fine. I wish they made a movie out of it instead.
Like Advent Children?
Yeah. Or like a show or something. Because I think the PSP was... I get the PSP was popular. That's why they put it on there. But I think it also was a detriment to the content. Because it's canon, right? So it's like... it's like you have to pay attention to it. So you have to either... Well, nowadays you don't have to play. You just go on YouTube, watch the cutscenes, get what you want out of it. But
it was pretty cool though because it really clarified the Cloud story. Not that I played the original, but I knew who Cloud was, and I didn't know much about him.
Yeah.
You know, and he was mysterious even in 7, I believe. You know.
Kingdom Hearts.
And Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's where I first met him. I think, honestly.
Working with Hades or whatever.
The first Final Fantasy I played was 8.
That's so cool though. Did she start with 8?
Is it?
Yeah, it's cool. 8's cool.
It is cool.
It is a cool game.
Yeah. Where's the remake?
Look,
ZACK?
man, I'm gonna say it. I think more people like 7 than 8, so that's why it's probably.
That's blasphemy.
That's blasphemy. You think more people like 8 than 7?
No, that's not true. We all know that's not true. But yeah.
What do you think of Final Fantasy 7, Mando?
I liked it. For my first Final Fantasy game,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
The remake was your first?
Yeah, remake was my first.
Okay.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game until ZACK recommended it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw it and I was like, that looks fun, and I got it and I enjoyed it.
You know, if you like this one, you'd probably like 15 as well.
That's the more open world one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did want to play it. I just have yet to ever get to it. I feel.
Yeah.
It's always in on my list, but I just never attempt to do
Game
it.
Pass.
I'm sure we'll continue.
I feel like this might be hard to get in. Like 15 might be hard to get into after 7, because 7 fixes a lot of problems I had with 15. As far as like the combat, the item management. Item management in 15 wasn't very good. You had to like hope that someone would drop something to at least, or like spend all your money in that game, because like it was hard to make a lot of money in that game.
I don't know. I did like the movement of the combat though, and like you move around really a lot faster. Like everything's just a lot faster.
Yeah.
But also that could be like a bad thing as well.
Yeah, totally.
Be a little bit more methodical in 7.
Yeah, and I mean 7 also has like the slow motion when you're in the commands menu.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it slows things down so you can really like, okay, what am I doing? What are we doing here? Are we going in or are we going in? You know.
Always.
But yeah, so that's all you've been pretty much.
Yeah, besides work and Apex and trying to manage life.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll play Fantasy
Fantasy Final.
Final Fantasy again.
I bet that's like
15.
a game.
Yeah.
There is. I'm sure there is. Yeah. But I'm sure we'll continue it one day for the channel, right?
Yeah. Oh, you want to bring back 15?
Dude, that's a mission.
No, it's
yeah,
crazy.
it is a mission.
Like I remember when I put the 15 video up, that did really well numbers wise. Yeah.
Really?
Like the first day we got like 60 views on it.
Wow, that's good for us.
And then like it kept going up, and then I was like, when's the second episode coming, guys? And then it was like,
they're waiting. There's 60. Those 60 people are waiting for us.
Yeah, no, it was more than 60. It was a lot of episodes. I don't remember. It was like in the hundreds.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, it was one of the better performances.
Really?
Yeah, apart from like Rock Band, I was impressed. I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But.
I guess we gotta continue it.
Yeah, bring it back. I don't know if people are looking for that content now.
Yeah, we'll see.
As opposed to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe stream.
Yeah.
Speaking of that goes on my week, I guess. We streamed or tried to.
Yeah, we attempted.
That was. I mean, okay. I guess let me explain. So we scheduled a stream for Wednesday, right? It was Wednesday we did it.
Yeah.
Wednesday, and let's see. I planned Resident Evil because May's coming up. I was like, let's just go through some of the Resident Evil.
Had it downloaded.
I had it downloaded. I tested it. I tested it on Streamlabs. I tested I was like, this is gonna work. Josh gets here. I boot it up. Black screen.
Shit. Yeah,
and then I was at a loss for words, so I was like, okay, let's just recover this. So I booted up this game I bought, Disco Elysium, because a lot of people have been talking about it.
Did we recover?
Kind of. I mean, it got me to play it after the stream.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit.
That game was just
it's
so weird to just start off in.
You definitely have to warm up to it.
Yeah.
Because after stream, I started playing it a little bit more, and it's really creative. Like the writing's really good, actually. It takes a lot, from like D&D kind of stuff where it's like role checking. Remember?
Yeah. It's like
But the writing's really good, and there is gameplay after you get through a little bit. And I really like the moral choices that you're put into that. I mean, we kind of saw a little bit with like the kid and that dead body and stuff. Yeah. It's a little ridiculous, but it's fun at least.
I like the setting, like the environments were pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the art style too. I like that kind of watercolor kind of portraiture. I think that's really neat. I don't think a lot of games do that these days, so that's why I'm super into it. Kind of reminds me. Did you ever play Max Payne?
Which one?
The first one, like the
original. Oh yeah, totally.
Like remember like the cutscenes they did in like comic book.
Oh yeah.
It kind of gave me that vibe.
Like the noir kind of.
Yeah, it kind of gave me that vibe. So I was super cool with it because I think a lot of games these days go for high fidelity more than anything. Art style is kind of a backseat for like most.
Yeah.
You rarely see a game like, whoa, that game kind of pops. Like even like a game like Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's just they're going for realistic more than anything.
It takes two though. That new game that just
that game. Yeah, that game does look pretty cool. But Super happy with Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
I'm glad I bought it on sale. The final cut added voice acting. I guess the original didn't have voice acting.
Oh, I
So
almost
you had-
wonder if I would have liked that more.
With just reading it?
Yeah, I guess you could turn off the voice
Yeah,
acting.
I guess you could just mute voice acting, but I think a lot of people liked it with the voice acting because, especially, I guess, like the voices in his head.
Right.
Because there is a lot of dialogue in the game, so it's definitely a game that you do a lot of reading. So I guess it gives you a little break if you're streaming it too.
True, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you just expect your viewers to like read it themselves.
Yeah. And that game actually has like I was looking at it has Twitch integration. So like the choices we made, you can have chat decide.
Like polls.
Yeah, like polls. So I think that's pretty neat that games are doing that. So I've been playing that. I got into Apex a little bit too on PC. It was really literally like last night. I was playing with one of my friends who's also kind of new to it, and like we were just kind of going in on some matches on duos, and I think it feels better for me personally on PC. Just because I don't know, there's something with my right thumb that just doesn't want to look around. So like, like so mouse and keyboard just feels better in my opinion on it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I played that and I did a lot better than I have been doing. So I think I'll try it here and there, probably still like maybe once or twice a week, like play a couple matches maybe.
Yeah. Keep up your skills.
Keep up, yeah. You know, but other than that, that's pretty much all I've been playing. Just like Disco Elysium and Apex.
I think that's what I'm looking forward to with the laptop you sold me.
Yeah.
Is using mouse and keyboard again.
Mouse and keyboard does feel good.
Yeah.
Like
does feel good.
It's hard too once you start playing shooters, mouse and keyboard to go back to control it. In my opinion.
Yeah, I was telling Josh actually that, and I'm actually not that bad with it because I used to play this rip-off CS game called Soldier Front, and it was good. It was fun. And I would, just it had snipers, it had, assault rifles and everything, and played like CS. So so it's like the little like basically frames, kill you basically.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to playing more shooters on. On PC.
Before I forget too, I did try out a game yesterday with Transys called Enlisted.
I've heard of that. It's like the World War II one, right?
Right. Yeah. The open beta just like opened up. So it's like free right now if you go to the website.
Yeah, I remember. I think I saw Shroud playing that. And pretty good. Cool.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's like squad based. You have your own squads.
It's called Enlisted.
Enlisted. Yeah. Like like you're enlisting to join the army. Yeah. It's free right now. Definitely try it.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely download that one then.
And if my desktop is running it, then this laptop can. Yeah. It's cool. You can tell them where to go, and like if you go down, you can like switch to another one in your squad. But if your whole squad goes down, then you
have your squad.
No, it's like.
It's like
Battlefield, yeah.
There's points and stuff, huh?
Yeah, but there's like different objectives sometimes too, where you just take one objective, or you have to take all three, or whatever.
I like this.
Yeah, the modes I saw was the ones that Shroud was playing, and it was kind of like the CS mode, where it was like the 5v5.
Oh, cool.
And it was like round based, where it's like 15 or 14 rounds, off and on.
Yeah, look at that. This I played this one yesterday.
Looks pretty good.
Sniping feels pretty good in this game.
Okay. I kind of play it now.
Yeah, and this is like supposed to come out this year, or
I don't know.
It's just in beta.
It's just in beta. I would imagine though later this year.
Are we getting like another PUBG thing where it's like it's
forever?
It's out,
but not really though.
Not really. If it's buggy, it's early access.
PUBG's still good.
Do you guys remember why PUBG like officially went like, oh, it's out? What was the reason for it again?
Patch 1.0. I don't know.
I don't know.
It was a reason why. I forgot what the reason was. It's like, oh, it's finally out there. It's good, but nothing really changed.
Was it Fortnite maybe?
It might have been.
It might have been because of Fortnite.
Yeah. Or maybe Xbox might not have won it. Because I remember it came to Xbox when it officially came out.
Oh, I think you're right.
Maybe Xbox wasn't cool with the early access.
Yeah, I think that is what it is. I remember that.
I mean, Fortnite was in early access for like years too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Even with the real game? With
the real game,
yeah.
it still had the early access thing on the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just like, this game feels kind of done. Which that game's super polished. I was like, one of my friends was streaming it.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it runs well.
I mean, that's what a lot of money put into a game looks like, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of forget that.
All the money.
Yeah, all the money. I mean, that's nice to see that they at least support, their game. I was kind of worried that like maybe they're just hoarding money. They could be, because it's a lot of money they're making.
Yeah.
Still, but at least they're putting it back into development. I see a lot of games like Call of Duty that like instead of putting it back into supporting the game, like Activision will probably hold on to that and push out a different IP to possibly make money on something else. Final Fantasy does that a lot. With Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 16 was mainly funded by 14.
Oh, 14 I heard though is good.
It makes a lot of money, but it you can't really tell because it looks pretty much the same every update. I mean, it's good. It's a good MMO. Like I played, I think I got to like level 40 something before I stopped. I got like almost to the point where I had to like spend a monthly fee, and I mean it's fun. I think the quests and stuff are pretty good, and it's pretty diverse.
It's super smart that they don't make you start paying until you get to like level 50 or something.
Yeah,
like that,
so
right?
like you hit the cap for the first like base game, and then once you have to get expansion, then you have to start paying.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think that's working though.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, because then you're already deep in, like you don't want to lose that character and then just, not progress anymore.
Yeah.
It's fair.
And I mean, you get like the full game, when
Yeah.
you're still playing. So I think that works pretty well to get people into it, myself included. Also, yeah, I totally, on a tangent, I also started Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh, cool.
That game is really good.
Is that only on Switch, right?
Only on Switch. It's coming to PC next year.
Okay.
Similar to what they did to Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter Rise is kind of doing the same thing. The game is really good though. It runs really well on the Switch. It's probably like the best running game I've played on the Switch. Like no lie. Like
better than Apex?
Yeah. you might be surprised. Yeah, it's better than Apex. The game is like super polished. I mean, Capcom's still on the top. I think I wasn't too into Monster Hunter when I got into it, but now I get it a little more now. It's definitely
like you get the hype.
Yeah, I get the hype. Like this looks really good for Switch. Yeah, like this is a Switch game. I've gotten no frame drops whatsoever. Even when it's crazy and there's a lot of monsters in it, like it's pretty solid.
It holds itself up. Have you
Yeah.
played any of the other ones?
I played World. I played World, and I liked it. I didn't put that much time into it. I think I only put like 50 hours, which is like nothing for a Monster Hunter game. Because my friends were like all about it, and I didn't really get it as much. But I think this game, what separates it from World is the movement. Like the wire bug movement and all that stuff, I think helps this game a lot more than keeping me interested into it. Because I think that was my problem with Monster Hunter World, was like it feels stagnant after you beat the game a little bit. Like beat the base layer before you get to like the high rank stuff.
The heck?
When you get to that, it just feels like harder stuff.
Yeah.
But like the monsters are really cool. Like they all have their own like unique thing, so it kind of makes it fun and worth it to like grind them out. Because the game isn't like a grind fest after a while, because you want to get stuff to like build up your character and like, build up their weapon and armor. You also have like pet helpers like a palico, which is like a cat, and a palamute, which is like a dog. So the game has a lot going for it. Plus there's multiplayer. So I've been playing sometimes with some of my friends just online. Like, hey, hop on, and it runs really well online. So, Monster Hunter Rise. That's pretty much that was pretty much my week.
You want to give it a score?
A score? It's hard to say.
Now?
Yeah.
I mean,
Officially, ZACK score.
off the
ZACK
top of my
scores.
head.
Off of 3 hours. Or whatever.
No, this one I played. I don't know how long I played. I put in a good amount of time, like about 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
I would say like a solid 8.5 so far.
An
Okay.
8.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a fair score for now.
It's a fair score. I think I need to play more of it. I need to play more of the weapons and stuff, but I would rate it like that. It's really easy to get into, and I think the Switch helps that too. Like, the monsters take a lot less time to kill, especially earlier game.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's definitely like, instead of spending like 45, 50 minutes killing a monster, it's like 20 maybe. So, super fun game, super fun to play with friends. I think it might be one of the best Switch releases this year. We'll see. Mario Golf is coming out. That's gonna be a banger. I already know it.
Is Breath of the Wild 2 coming out today?
This
Or
year? No,
Or
I
today?
highly doubt it.
Damn.
I highly doubt it. That game's a while away.
Damn.
So, I say this one. I honestly like this game more though. I've had more fun playing this than Breath of the Wild.
What?
I'll be honest. Breath of the Wild can be slow. This game doesn't give you a chance to be slow. Like,
There's always something going on.
yeah, there's always something you can do, and like there's definitely a lot going on in this game, and it seems hard to get into, but this game's actually way easier to get into than the other ones as far as like mechanics and like understanding the game.
It's very much user friendly, like compared to like when they had on like the Nintendo DS. Like
Yeah.
I played those when they first came out, and yeah, like it's just so much better. Like it's just so much easier to get into, and
Yeah.
I do enjoy the mechanics. And a very big jump from what I used to play.
Totally. So.
Okay.
Get on it.
Okay, alright, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, finish Final Fantasy.
Yeah. No, Capcom's getting closer and closer to video game supremacy. But you think?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil?
I mean, they're
Street Fighter
definitely
just needs to make a good game.
they're definitely not winning in the competitive shooting arena, you know.
Yeah. But they're the market they're in, they're hitting every
Yeah.
time.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, RE-verse though, the beta's open now, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna play that, but
What is that?
The
shooter.
RE-verse.
RE-verse?
it's a shooter.
Yeah.
In the Resident Evil universe?
Yeah, look it up.
No way.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah.
There's
Bad?
Is it bad though? Is it like?
It looks
just not
pretty bad.
fun?
There's a few.
Because Umbrella Corps was bad.
Yeah.
Umbrella Corps too. You seen that?
No.
Oh fuck.
The whole they're doing everything now.
Yeah, that was near the end of Revelations 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about give you guys streamer guy. Shout out to can't see his name. Oh my gosh, this is mouse.
What are you doing, Zach?
I know.
Is he live streaming right now?
No.
Oh.
Stream.
I just saw the chat, so.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I don't think I'll touch it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they're using all of the locations that we love.
Yeah.
Now.
I do like though that they shrunk people to fit into it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So
They might-
the hallways are bigger.
They might bring a few people into this game.
Yeah, it looks okay,
Yeah.
and I think this is just them trying to make the money. I mean, Square Enix doing the same thing with Final Fantasy. So
We are.
yeah, I think they're just trying to get that money. It costs us nothing, which I'm not mad about. So that's why.
Oh, this is a PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
They just shrunk people so they can like fit in.
It's actually oh no, it is the RE remake PlayStation.
Yeah.
They're different than the original. It's kind of
And they
interesting.
just added a little bit of color pop to it.
And broken
Yeah,
walls.
walls. Yeah. Look,
Mhm.
there's Chris Redfield.
The new one, huh?
The new one's not the same.
Hold on, let's show Steve Umbrella Corps real quick.
Yeah.
Because that's the bad one. That's
The good one?
That's the bad
Oh.
one. Resident Evil Umbrella Corps, not Chronicles.
Chronicles?
There's also light
that
gun.
one's not bad.
There's also what?
Light gun.
I was talking to Josh about this. That one, I don't mind it. Light gun shooters. Light gun shooters is a ton. Like Time Crisis.
Yeah.
This game looks bad.
It's like straight ahead.
Look at the
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is like an online multiplayer shooter.
Are those dogs people or?
No,
No.
it's PvPvE.
Oh, PvPvE.
Yeah, so like you kill each other, but there's also zombies.
Mm-hmm.
You also get like this that
I
weapon.
think this is the wave mode though that they added.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because they probably couldn't get people to play.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, man.
It was rough, and it kind of put a dark stain on Resident Evil, because they kind of stopped like Resident Evil stuff for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Is this right after 6 or 7?
I think Revelations 2 era,
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
around then, like right when they're getting into the PS4,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
What is Resident Evil Resistance?
Oh, that's 3's like multiplayer.
Yes, 3's multiplayer.
aspect.
It's like Dead by Daylight.
Oh, okay.
Kind
I didn't even touch it, but
it's fine.
I heard it's fine.
It's fine.
I haven't
Cool.
because I bought it with that bundle.
Yeah, give it a shot.
It's free with it. I
Yeah.
don't think you pay for it.
Like if you buy 3, you get it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's automatic, but yeah, it's just
It's almost the same as. everything
Yeah.
else.
it's okay.
But there's like a mastermind though that goes in.
Yeah,
and,
like
controls-
zombies and traps.
Yeah. And they take command of like the bigger zombies.
I think Mr. X is in it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's cool, but I'm not gonna get into competitive Resident Evil stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think other than those things, like there's everything that they're doing though, they're doing really well. And even Mega Man 11 was good, like for Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if Street Fighter, the next Street Fighter is like a hit, then I think they kind of got it handled over there for sure.
Alright.
Speaking of game development, that brings us to our main topic of this podcast.
47 minutes in.
47 minutes in. Yeah, you know us. We like to keep things tight around here.
Is this the news?
No, this isn't the news. This is like our main topic thing. Game development.
Oh, game. Yeah. Right.
We're here. We're talking about game development. So I've been noticing this like personal reflection that games are made very differently nowadays. The end product is, I should say, not the process, but the product. In the sense of what you're getting. This is a good example, like multiplayer focused things, hitting markets, you know. So I kind of just want to hear what people think about the state of video games. Like I'm thinking stuff like online only, free to play, games of service. You know, you got your Marvel Avengers.
Yeah.
You got your Destiny. You got Apex Legends.
Yeah.
You also have things like Valorant and Among Us and stuff like that. It's also appealing to streamers to play it and like collaborate on it, and that's really getting a big itch on a lot of the market too, as far as like impressions and stuff like that. What do you guys think about it? Are you for it? Against it? What do you feel?
So this is because multiplayer gaming has like really risen in the last like 15 years, right? With like how internet has improved, internet infrastructure, and like the way that the like Xbox and PlayStation and Steam and all these like different companies are implementing like multiplayer, you know, and how they're also like giving us tools to like play these games more comfortably and better, you know.
Jimmy Fallon playing Among Us.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my gosh.
He was playing with like some streamers.
Like the groups, yeah.
But when the multiplayer first started coming out, they were tying multiplayer to games that were just like campaign focused. You know, like Halo, like the first Halo. I don't know if it even had online like live.
No, first one didn't. No,
but it had
Until
local
Halo
and LAN, right? And now that's how multiplayer was played.
Yeah.
But going into the second one, like they they were able to introduce live, and they like started to build off of that, right? And the more you build on the multiplayer and stuff, the less it detracts from like I believe like the campaign, and like of course it's taking more power and like man hours to develop two kinds of games, to be honest, like the campaign and the multiplayer. Even if it runs on the same engine and it has the same mechanics and the same like physics, they're just completely different systems in the way that you progress and everything, So I am completely okay with like games like Apex or Fortnite that put all of their money and all of their like investment into multiplayer. Because on the other side of things, like you have people that are always like in a fight for single player games. Like you still have Final Fantasies, you still have they have their multiplayer spin-offs, but like the core Final Fantasies are still single player. You have
like
God of War,
like Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls, like all these like RPGs are still doing pretty well. And you still have people that want campaigns and like even COD still, like somehow like there's still an itch for these like solo campaign games. So I'm not too worried about it. And if it makes it easier to develop these games and it's saving them money and they're not wasting their money making something that I'm not even gonna play, then why not? Yeah. But that's my take on it. Apex for the win.
How do you feel, Mando?
It's a little difficult because I do love the online play. I do feel like certain developers and companies are going away from the single player. And I enjoy single player games. I do enjoy online, but like I do love a good story driven game because I like to see the work they put in. I like doing everything with that. But I don't know. It's I'm kind of in like that weird rut right now where I don't know which one I completely like. I do love like the online, like just being able to be connected, to play with everybody, and being able to do anything. But I don't know. I would say I'm 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, just kind of seeing where they take it as like even with VR now, like I didn't know we had online VR games, and now I'm doing that. I'm more interested in playing those now. So I kind of want to see where they take it in the next few years. But I would say I'm about 50-50 on how they should be doing it.
Alrighty, Steve.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to like keep my mind in composure because there's a lot of things I want to build off of, like what Mando said. Like it does feel like there is a switch from single players to multiplayers, and kind of what Josh said, where it was like multiplayer was like just it was the backseat of the single player, right? It tagged onto the game like Call of Duty. Call of Duty, they did start as campaigns, and it did have multiplayer, but the multiplayer wasn't really the highlight of the game until I would say 4. And because 4 I think was my favorite because it had a good balance of a great campaign, a campaign when I played a lot with a lot of good replayability, and the multiplayer was really fun. But like which game was it? Black Ops 4 was it? Black Ops 4 where it didn't even have a campaign. It was just like the missions. I thought that was trash, and honestly I played that game Black Ops 4 for probably about a month, and then I stopped playing. But yeah, I definitely do see that there's this big switch over to multiplayer. I mean, that's what they're looking for. They want to keep the players to play their game. They want to keep them from. They want to keep them to play their game. They don't want to really, I guess want them to branch out to others. They want to keep them on the game, with the battle passes and everything. Right. To those long battle passes that have so much content that they want you to stay glued to that game. And I remember when, like, I did play Fortnite a lot when it first came out, and when I did buy those first few battle passes, and that's when I started playing Apex 2, and then I guess with Apex and then with Call of Duty doing their own
Warzone.
Their own BRs, and just it's like really difficult to choose which I guess battle pass I wanted to go with. And I felt like that kind of like also diminished my I guess my fun in playing video games, because it's like, oh well, like I'm like I have to well, I don't have to, but they're making this content behind a paywall, and some companies don't. They have the free content too, but the free content is really worth as much as the paid content.
You know what, too? Hold up real quick. Because, like, Call of Duty 2 is different than, like, Apex in that you're paying $60 for.
Oh, that's a big difference, too. That's a huge difference. That you're already paying for the base game.
Right.
And I think that's what made me mad about Black Ops 4 is because I paid $60. I didn't pay $60. I paid $80 because I bought the deluxe version. I bought the deluxe because I thought it was gonna be good, but it ended up being like hot trash, and I didn't. And I like I said, I played it for a month. But yeah, it's just terrible how Call of Duty could get away with
They're just always, always gonna buy it though. I'm always gonna buy it.
They have that fan base, I think.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same way every year. I'm not gonna buy it, and I end up buying it because I've been playing it forever.
Because the gunplay is always good.
Yeah. I think it's a lot like sports games in the
Yeah.
sense that it's another year, another Call of Duty. Same with sports games. A lot of people are hooked that way too. Maybe not us, but a lot of people. They buy the Madden every year.
I used to be like that.
They buy the FIFA every year. They buy the 2K every year. Even if it's good, even if it's bad, they're buying it because they don't want to play the old one. Because no one's playing the old one. Even though, you could all just still play the old game, you're not gonna because it's the new one. Everybody's moving up, And I think that's just how those games are built. So good or bad, it's getting bought. So I think that's why they get away with it, with the Warzone being free and stuff like that, because they know that people are still gonna buy the game itself because it's the new thing. And I think when you look at also console releases, when you look at the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, the only games that were really available were the yearly games, the 2Ks, Madden's, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. Those were that's what pretty much all that you had to choose from at launch.
Actually, I remember when I got my Xbox. Probably around a few months after the release, and one of the first games I got was Evolve. I probably played that 2-3 times, and that was it. That game was bad.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, there's a lot of games like that, that just come out at releases too, and I think Call of Duty is a big culprit of it. Holiday season's coming up, new Call of Duty, and I think the weirdest thing is you don't know a Call of Duty is being made until a month or two before it, technically, but it's coming out. We don't. They haven't announced a new Call of Duty yet, but we know one is coming out in November.
Yeah, the second season.
Is it? Are they still doing it where they flip between the studios? It's first it's
like
it was before. First it's Infinity Ward, then it's Treyarch, then it's Infinity Ward, then it's Treyarch.
Now they have Sledgehammer.
Now it's Sledgehammer. Yeah.
So now they have another rotation in it.
So at least it gives them another year.
Yeah, it gives them another. So it's 3 years per game. Yeah. Technically.
Yeah.
And, God knows how big these studios are. There are probably lots of people, hundreds of people working on this one game.
I was just thinking about all the there was legit when Studio Wars. What's your favorite Call of Duty? It was 5. World at War. Why? Treyarch.
Yeah, but either way, Activision's making money.
Yeah.
Fight all you want, you're still buying one of them from them. Yeah. So I mean. I think it's an interesting trend now, and I think a bigger kind of factor now is influencers.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. People are following where the streamers are playing. I think the big example right now is Among Us. Right? Yeah. Among Us, like I was playing earlier with the Jimmy Fallon thing. It's so big because people are behind it. Not the studio. I'm sure none of us can name the studio who made Among Us.
It starts with an I, doesn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Who knows?
Inversion.
But a streamer that played it.
Yeah, it came out a year before it even got popular, right?
Yeah, and it's because streamers, YouTubers were playing it.
Yeah, it literally came out 2 years before it got popular. It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah. So
and I think that's actually kind of interesting, how that game blew up 2 years after it came out.
Yeah, and I think maybe COVID kind of helped because you couldn't go outside. So you wanted something to play with your group of friends. But
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you're completely right. Where games are the popular games are being followed because of which streamer is being played. Because right now, GTA RP is really huge right now on Twitch.
Yeah.
So I mean, GTA RP isn't connected like through the Rockstar, but Rockstar is basically still benefiting a lot from it. And I think they announced that there was like a large people a lot of people playing recently because of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're totally right. These audiences are totally following where the streamers are playing.
Mm-hmm. Is Among Us crossplay? Like,
yeah.
So
Probably.
I know they're branching out to consoles now. I know they're coming to Switch, right?
I think it is on Switch now.
I definitely, and it's on mobile, and I think they said they want to bring it to Xbox and PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then you look at games like Fall Guys that didn't do well because no one streamed it. So it's like.
Besides, like the paid streams out. Like,
except paid influencers, which that's just a common marketing tool nowadays. And it's kind of sad because it's like I hope studios aren't building their games around
hype
or a streamer hopefully loving it and making it like their next success.
Actually, if I remember, I think Fall Guys came out around during the Among Us hype, but it because of it just died because of the Among Us hype.
And it's not even like the same game.
It's not the same game, it's like a party game.
Yeah.
This is a battle royale technically.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really help that this game is only on PlayStation. Or was only on.
Yeah, now it's on PC too.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming out.
Oh yeah, on PC. Yeah.
Soon. I think that was like Sony helping fund it, probably.
Yeah.
Kind of publishing thing. But yeah, it kind of sucks that a lot of people, are probably thinking like, do we start directing our content towards these influencers? Are we at the mercy of like the Pokemans and stuff?
Yeah.
My queen Pokemon.
Yeah, like are our games at the mercy of it? And probably the short answer is no. And like Josh was saying, though, I think studios like Capcom and stuff like that, they're unfazed almost by it completely. Like they're not directing their whole development process and product towards the influencers. I doubt crazy amount of streamers are gonna play Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
I doubt we're gonna see Jimmy Fallon playing Resident Evil 8
with streamers.
Of course. Yeah, I highly doubt it. So I think that might be a hopeful sign that not everything's gonna be like Among Us. I could be wrong. Who knows? But
I miss Jimmy Fallon as an actor.
I don't even remember those times.
I just remember Taxi. Taxi was an okay movie.
Almost Famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Jimmy Fallon in a movie.
He's not bad. He's fine.
He's not bad. He's such a bad host.
Yeah.
He's
a bad
call
host.
it out.
Who do you think is like the worst?
Worst host?
Late night person.
Like right now or ever?
Or yeah, you could say.
Well, I've heard a lot of bad things about Leno, so
Yeah, Leno's bad.
like probably bad, but I heard he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He has a crazy, awesome car collection.
Yeah, I bet.
Anyways,
I like Seth Meyers.
You like Seth Meyers?
Not bad.
Seth Meyers is solid.
Mm-hmm.
I think he seems the most approachable out of all of them.
You don't like Conan O'Brien?
Conan O'Brien is okay.
It's not bad.
I think he seems less human though.
That's kind of him. Like that's kind of the joke though.
Yeah I know. He probably would say that too.
Yeah. Like he's fun and all that.
Yeah.
I think he's like top of the middle of the pack.
Oh, the worst one probably James Corden.
You know, like James Corden.
Oh,
Charcoal
true.
karaoke.
Well, not only that, but I heard like he's just an asshole in general.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was like reading a story of like he was sitting on a plane,
Mm-hmm.
the window seat, and there was an empty seat right next to him, and it ended up being a woman with her child sitting right there.
Yeah.
He ends up, they thought he was gonna complain about the baby crying or anything, but no, he just puts his headphones on and his sunglasses and goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And when they're getting off the plane, she goes up to James. She's like, "Can you do something? Can you help me with the baby?" And it turns out it was the wife. Like the whole time, during the whole plane ride, he didn't talk to her like at all or the baby.
Oh, but was his wife and kid?
Yeah, it was his wife and kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not sure how true that story was, but damn, if it's a true story, then
you're just telling that. You know.
Yeah. J. Core's gonna come for our brand. Oh no.
You gotta strike us down, watch.
I know. If you're listening, we speak only for ourselves, not everyone. Thanks to you, not all of us. But anyway, yeah, I think that I just want to touch on that a little bit because I think it's interesting, especially like with the games we play on here. Like we're definitely not hitting what they call the SEO mark on games. You know,
that's true.
We do not play Among Us. I kind of play Valorant a little bit, but not now. GTA here and there, but I don't think we're a trend chasing channel. Unfortunately,
yeah, we're playing Silent Hill too. What is it?
You know, hey, you might be. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Actually, you say that, and there's actually a streamer I follow, but I don't really watch him. He started playing Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2. Like the same exact day you start playing.
No.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And he has a pretty like decent following, like 2K, 3K viewers.
I'll see. Look at that.
What the heck?
Look at that.
I guess there's a
I am the trend maker. I remember approaching Josh. I was like, "We're playing Silent Hill 2." He's like, "Who cares?"
We have to.
Everybody cares.
Where are the cherries?
Yeah. Anywho, I guess we should get into news before we take too long. We're almost at the hour. We are at the hour mark.
Yeah. Hour 7.
Okay, starting things off somewhat lukewarm. The Sony leaks that come to us from Bloomberg. Basically, two big notes on this is Sony Studios. I can't remember the exact studio that is creating it. They are creating another Last of Us remake for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, is that necessary?
Last of Us remake?
Yeah.
So
is it like a remake?
A remake of the? Yeah, it said remake. Let me get the direct quote.
And
this comes to us from Bloomberg.
You played the second one, right, Josh?
Yeah, I played both of them.
The idea was to expand upon some of the company's most successful franchises, and the team began working on a remake of the 2013 hit The Last of Us for the PlayStation 5. But Sony never fully acknowledged the team's existence or gave them the funding and support needed to succeed in the highly competitive video game market, according to the people involved. Instead, Sony moved ownership of The Last of Us remake to its original creator, Naughty Dog, a Sony-owned studio. So apparently a smaller studio was developing a Last of Us, and I think it's still in development by Naughty Dog now.
Why would anyone but Naughty Dog be developing that?
Because maybe Naughty Dog's busy.
No, like that's I don't know, man.
You know, and I think, and then on top of that, Oregon-based Sony Bend, best known for Days Gone, tried unsuccessfully to pitch a sequel that year. In 2019 to Days Gone 2. So if you are a big fan of Days Gone, I don't think you're getting a sequel.
It is actually it is free on April for April PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it is exclusive, and I guess the point of this article written by I'm gonna say Jason Schreier, but let's see, Jason Schreier, is basically just proving, Sony's obsession with blockbusters is starting to rest with PlayStation Empire.
So drama, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of drama. I think since Jim Ryan became head of Sony, there's been a big change towards fewer but bigger PlayStation titles. Was like the idea.
Pointing towards like God of War and Ghost of
Spider-Man, and I guess Last of Us remake for the PlayStation 5. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm sure these games make a lot of money. They probably generate revenue, and they are the exclusives that kind of built the PlayStation 3 and 4 era. So I'm not surprised that they're just sticking to their guns right now, especially in an unknown market with the PS5. Who knows what's next for them?
Well, yeah, especially with the competition too, because Microsoft is owning it right now.
Yeah, Microsoft's definitely building up something too, and I appreciate this from both of them because they're also saying, you know what, this is also going to PC. Because I think that's a good middle ground. They realize PC is not a competitor, but more of a side component to the consoles. Yeah. Which I'm cool with, you know. Like Game Pass on PC is cool. Sony's slowly releasing stuff onto the PC as well. Like things like Death Stranding being allowed on PC. Right. Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC, and apparently I saw a rumor that Uncharted collection's gonna go to PC soon. So I'm cool with all that.
Yeah, getting more lenient with stuff, right? Because I also saw the big news that like MLB The Show.
Yeah, it's on Xbox.
Day one.
Yeah, so I think that's cool.
They're bringing the show to.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Damn.
Free. Or not free.
Free.
You know.
You're paying.
Yeah.
I am. You know what though? I have spent less money on playing more games. You know.
Yeah, I totally agree. Game Pass is super killing it.
I fucking hated that. They put, I think, Madden, right? Madden 21, the new one.
Oh, right.
They just put the new one, and I was like, I literally bought it like a month ago.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah, that's how they get you. But yeah, that's pretty much what's become of Sony right now. So I guess I saw on Twitter a lot of people weren't very happy. There's a lot. I'm surprised a lot of Days Gone fans out there. I mean, you played it. Mando played the game.
I beat it though.
You beat it? I remember you put a good amount of time into it.
I did, and just eventually just kind of
fizzled out.
Yeah, it wasn't keeping me involved. I feel like good idea, but it's just poor execution.
Yeah, I can see that. It seems okay. Like, so I mean, I'm not surprised Sony said no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sad for the diehard fans, but you know, those things happen. You know, still waiting for Psychonauts 2. It's being made, but who knows when it's coming out.
I was wondering about that.
It's supposed to be this year, right?
I backed that game in 2007.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
They had like a Patreon thing, right?
Yeah, it was like it wasn't GoFundMe, but it was like a Kickstarter thing.
Yeah, Kickstarter.
It was basically like, we're gonna make Psychonauts 2 on our own, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, cool, finally, I'm down. Like, here's money. They gave me like, I think it was like $30-40, which comes with like the PC version and console of your choice version.
Okay.
So I was cool with that, and then what is it, like 2 years later, like 2019 or so, when Microsoft acquired Double Fine, and I was like, oh, even better, this game's gonna be made so quickly now that they got all this money. Here we are at 2021, and I get it, COVID, I was like, take your time, whatever, you know, I waited all this time anyway, so I'm not dying to play it, but I'm dying a little bit.
Each day.
But anyway, let's go on to the next thing. Diablo 2 Resurrected Alpha came out, and apparently it's good.
Resurrected. Oh, okay.
Diablo 2.
Yeah, the kind of the remaster.
Yeah, it's like a remaster.
I forgot. There's the alpha already out?
Yeah, the alpha came out, and it's pretty cool because there's a feature. I actually played a little bit of the alpha, like literally like 20 minutes though, and it's cool. You press, it's kind of like Halo.
Yeah.
You press G,
yeah,
and it switches from like old to new style.
Cool.
So it's cool. The animations are nice. I'm not a big Diablo person, but I think it's cool. A lot of people are happy with it. I guess it runs well, and it's a good sign for Blizzard, who's been kind of fizzling a little bit.
Getting into trouble too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna download it and play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. I know they kind of struggled with the remaster stuff with Warcraft 3.
Yeah, Warcraft 3 did not have a good release. The remaster did not have a good release.
I heard that was kind of a clunker. So it's kind of cool that they're kind of taking note and fixing that for this one. So I'm down for that. Moving on, we have Outriders.
Oh yeah.
Outriders came out.
Yeah.
You've been playing
it,
right, Josh?
You played it?
I did play.
You bought it?
No,
it's on Game
It's
Pass.
on Game Pass
Yeah,
now.
it's on Game Pass.
Day one.
And the connectivity. The servers are having a lot of issues first couple of days.
No way.
I did play by myself. So
You're telling me an online only game, or online? Like you have to be online, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you have to be online to even connect to the game.
That makes sense actually.
Like,
But
you're telling me that it went wrong?
Yeah.
On day one.
Yeah. So I guess the servers were pretty unstable during release, and they had studio members working around the clock, in quotations by Game Informer, saying that over Easter weekend to get things more stabilized. There's a heavier tech kind of breakdown on this, on how the servers kind of messed up. If you want to look up the article, here it is on the screen. It's from Game Informer, written by Liana Rupert. Title is Outriders. Server issues, what went wrong? People Can Fly explains. So it's basically just mentioning that the server demand was too much, too many people playing, basically, almost. They weren't prepared, almost. It seemed, but yeah, it kind of sucks because that might have hurt them.
When it happens like so many games now.
Yeah, servers going down.
I feel like it happened with Destiny 2, Fallout 76. I think it happened with.
Yeah, Fallout 76 though was like a laundry list.
yeah.
Fallout 76, I would put closer in the cyberpunk area.
Yeah.
Not so much the.
But MMO though, the online aspect of it.
Yeah, too. And I know that's like a big part of this, is that it's always online, always evolving kind of thing.
The gameplay though, I mean, is good. It's kind of the Gears of War shooting mechanics mixed with some like ability, stuff.
Yeah. What is the game even about?
Sci-fi, right?
Yeah, so like humanity pretty much has died, like on Earth. Like they were like on the last like couple shuttles out. One of the shuttles, I guess, gets blown up or something, and then this shuttle makes it to this Earth-like planet that they're supposed to like re-inhabit and like build off of, right? But they find out that there's all these like weird like events happening, and like people end up getting powers. Like there's these storms, I guess, and if it hits you, you either die or you get powers. And that's all it is. And there's like 4 classes you can pick from. One's like a technomancer, another one's like a ninja guy, one's like a devastator, and one's like more physical, I guess. I don't know. Gameplay's fine.
Really gory?
Yeah. Really gory, yeah. I don't know.
Are you gonna play some more of it? How much did you play?
Like a few hours, like 4 or 5. It was fine, I probably would have had more fun if I played with someone.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I wasn't sure how much I wanted to put into it. Something was also off-putting about the way it looks.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a last generation game,
Yeah. No, it does. Like a Borderlands or a Dead Island type.
Like an early Xbox One game,
Yeah.
Like I kind of would have expected more.
And this was intended for Series X, correct?
I believe so.
Or current gen.
Yeah. Granted, though, we're still in that era, like that time period where they're still having to make games for both Xbox One and Series X, or PS4 and 5.
I mean, did you experience like any server?
No, actually, I played like the first day and the second day.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Maybe you have to connect online, like
I would imagine it's
with other
connecting
people.
with other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but if just being connected probably doesn't cause that much strain.
Completely, yeah. I mean, it looks fine. I don't know. I hear good things about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you kind of explained it's okay. I can see some people like grinding this out.
Yeah.
It's giving me a lot of Destiny.
Yeah, I was looking at it right now. It definitely looks like Destiny.
It's the menu
Yeah.
UI is like very Destiny like.
Yeah. Like upgrading guns. There's numbers to all of it. It's.
That game still has a big following, right?
Yeah. I think that game kind of hit the point where a lot of games like Sea of Thieves and stuff, where like they lose their main people, but the people that are there
and they're still there, and
they're not just like casually playing the game.
Yeah,
they're playing it every day.
Yeah.
Which I respect. I respect those kinds of fans. So I'm sure Destiny's being catered to them now, which is probably like their dream. So I can see something like that happening to this if Square Enix like keeps funding it. But we'll see, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's on Game Pass, so that's promising enough.
And that's a big deal itself. I mean, with like Square Enix giving like Final Fantasy like exclusivity to PS5.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I mean, I'm not sure because Square Enix is also behind Marvel's Avengers. I wonder if they're gonna do something like they did with that, where now because Marvel Avengers is going free to play.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't even think I want to play it.
Yeah, same. I definitely don't either.
Well, I heard the story the first time through was fine.
Yeah.
But after that, it's like the worst.
Yeah, all the
post-game.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? Moving on.
What else do you have?
Yeah.
Not much. It's pretty light weekend news. That was like the biggest thing. Monster Hunter Rise. She had 5 million first week.
Wow.
Very successful game.
Wasn't there news on CS match fixing? Did you hear about that?
No, I haven't heard about that. You don't know?
Do you know anything?
I'm trying to look it up. Hold on. I think I found something.
Wait, CS matchmaking?
Yes, Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
There was so this on this article by Kotaku. Counter-Strike match fixing so bad that the FBI is getting involved. So
it's kind of
was there here? Let me
it's on Kotaku. Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out.
This was posted like on the 1st. But yeah, I heard. Yeah, I didn't really hear much about it, but I mean, Counter-Strike is huge in esports, and if matches are being fixed.
And this is on like the professional level?
I do believe so, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, if the FBI is involved, I'm assuming it's because large amounts of money is involved.
Yeah. Let's see. I cannot.
But yeah, that's crazy. I thought I was asking if you guys have heard about it or.
No,
I haven't.
That's pretty nuts though.
It's pretty crazy. Let me pull it up.
I bet people are betting like on the side too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, fighting games are kind of like that too.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I think. So what I'm looking at.
Not fixing, but as far as
in that article, somewhere, I guess it's evolving in Australia because I guess in Australia you can bet on like sports, and esports is part of the sports category. So people can bet on CS:GO matches. So if bad matches are being fixed, then yeah.
This is on Kotaku, written by Alex Walker. It says the revelation came from a new interview on YouTube with Ian Smith, the Commissioner of Esports Integrity Commission, otherwise known as ESIC, is the body that's worked alongside Victoria Police to deal with the match fixing and throwing in Australian Counter-Strike. So I guess this is coming from Australia. However, in a chat with YouTuber/32, Smith outlined how there was an ongoing investigation amongst a relatively small but significant group of players over a long period of time. Organized match fixing in North American MDL.
So
it's us.
Yeah, so Australian players, American bettors. It's sounding like. Part of why North America is a bit behind in this case is because legal esports betting hasn't been kosher in the United States until fairly recently. That hasn't stopped fans and players from laying bets, but it doesn't really attract the attention of regulators in their respective territories until it becomes legal. The U.S. also effectively has 50 different territories and licensing laws thanks to how every single state operates, where countries like Australia just operate on a national framework. That is true. Huh.
So it doesn't sound like it is pro players, but it is still like kind of like a minor league, I guess.
Still sketchy.
Yeah, no, it's still sketchy.
Still involving, probably a good amount of money, especially with Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike's
money.
Big.
People who follow it got big money, so if there's money to be made, I'm sure the FBI is sniffing all over it. So we'll see. Well, I guess we'll stay tuned to that, see what happens with that. Other than that, I don't really have much else on my news plate. So, anything
Xbox
else?
buying more properties.
Yeah, what do they buy?
I don't know.
They might have bought someone
I feel like
during this podcast.
they're in talks. Yeah, for real. They're in talks with someone. I heard a rumor.
I heard the Kojima rumor.
Was it Kojima?
I heard the Kojima, like...
Xbox purchases? Yeah, that was, yeah.
Xbox, Kojima... hasn't really come from anybody super notable, like... But, like, smaller companies, or not company, outlets like Games Radar is talking about it. Hideo Kojima is reportedly in talks with Xbox over the publication of his next game. This is written by Ali Jones on Games Radar. According to a report from VentureBeat, the Death Stranding Metal Gear Solid developer is in talks with Microsoft about publishing his next game, according to a source familiar with the matter. So,
yeah, we'll see.
Take it with a grain of salt. It's known whether the deal has been signed yet, but VentureBeat also suggests that Kojima is the focus of a Microsoft plan to leverage Japanese talent. Well, you guys shouldn't have canceled Scalebound. That would have been a start.
That would have been a tight game.
That game looked so cool, and I was so jealous of Xbox fans, and then it never came out, and I was like, oh well, I'll play Nier then.
That's fair.
So, I mean, take this with a grain of salt. It's not official. No, there are no truth to this yet.
We don't even know what it could be. You know?
We don't know what it could be. We have no idea. Who knows? I mean, I'm betting if it's got interest, though, Microsoft's not afraid to throw money at it. So, I'm sure they're willing to pay whatever Kojima's like flaring out there. So we'll see. I would like, more Kojima games, so I'm cool with this. If Sony's not willing to put up the dollar and Microsoft does, that's fine with me. I'm cool with this.
They need to buy Konami.
Didn't Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Didn't Death Stranding just come out on PC?
Yeah, it did come out on PC.
How'd it do?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it's a really good port.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's really good. It runs well on Steam, so I'm sure it's fine. I think you can unlock frame rate and stuff like that too. So, and I remember hearing on another podcast that the Death Stranding port on PC also has an option, like with the display settings, is what the PlayStation runs on. It'll set it to that if you want it to. So if you want it to look just like on PS4, then you can set it to that. Which I think more games should do that, honestly. Like, this is how it looks on the console.
Right. Yeah.
If you want higher or lower, here you go.
But this is the safe
This
setting.
is the setting for This is the your PC's not gonna sound like a airplane jet.
I don't know. Doesn't take much.
yeah, we'll see. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah.
Thanks for Josh for reminding us Microsoft purchasing stuff.
Yeah.
You jotted my memory. I just remembered this.
You're buying everything.
Yeah, they're buying everything. They're gonna buy you soon.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Eventually, you're gonna be
Maybe on Game
like,
Pass.
"Oh, welcome to Cedar
I'm gonna be
Square,
on-
now available on Game Pass."
I'm gonna be I would love that.
Yeah, won't we all? Anyway, well, thank you to Mando.
Yeah,
Thank
you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We love having you here. You can come by whenever you want. Friend of the show. And I guess that's it.
Yep.
All right. Well,
All right.
later.
Thank you for joining us.
See ya. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching. I've been Zach.
You up?
Okay. I'm done.
You've been Zach?
Yeah.
What are you at now?